ladies and gentlemen, it's time. I have worn these headphones for a good decade or so. I'd say over a decade I've had these headphones. And it's time that they are all done. It's time for them to move on. The padding on the outside of the ears has already ripped off. The top padding right here has ripped off. This is all fell off. The inserts that keep these things right here, these have fallen out, and I have to shove them back in and stuff. It physically hurts to wear these. They still work though. They still kind of work. Kind of. The reason I say kind of is, I mean, even though that these fall out, I'm able to snug them back into their little sleeves, and they still work somewhat. And then this connection, whenever I connect this, it's like a half connection. I get like a half a signal. I don't get a full signal, and it's pretty rough to try and work with. And I have to take this little wire doohickey and like squeeze it back in. I have to like rotate it back in to get like a cleaner signal. And sometimes it takes several tries to get it to work and make sense. I had it repaired once already from a long time ago. And yeah, these are the Sennheisers 280 Pros. They're $100 on Amazon. They will serve you well, but they do over time fall apart. So, that being said, I will remember you, Sennheisers 280s. You served me very well. And now I'm going to throw you away. Now it's time to throw you away. All right, so I got some new Sennheisers because I really like Sennheisers. And we are going to listen to something else with new headphones. We got the HD 599s. Refined, sophisticated, home audio listening. These are profesh. These are very, very nice and clean. And they're going to be way more comfortable to listen to. They're going to have a better sound to them, a better sound range. They're not the super duper ones, but they are very, very nice. Yeah. Pretty cool. The best thing is that these earpieces right here are replaceable. I love that. So now we can just go, ooh. That's amazing. That feels amazing. That feels amazing. So, what shall we listen to? So let's go ahead and listen to Truthbender by Numbers. Someone asked me a while ago to listen to my own music, and I haven't listened to Truthbender in a bender. I haven't listened to that in a while, so let's go ahead and have a listen with these and see how it sounds on the phones, huh? Wait, that's not coming through my headphones. Oh no! Let's go ahead and have a listen. Love that drum mix. I still love that drum mix. It sounds so good.
But not what you deserve. And then your soul and dance before we wrapped around my head.
I don't remember all the lyrics.
Break it up instead. Never beg forgiveness after I gave it all away for none.
remember talking to Aaron about that, making sure that we went to pure silence on that. It was a good touch.
It's not like you made anything that made me stay away or aspire to create. You just sat there. You sat there while I laid the foundation for everything.
A little Corrado. Little pinch right there. The Memphis Mayfire riff. It has its own flavor, but I totally basically was like, this is the Memphis Mayfire part. I loved building all the melodies and harmonies with Aaron. I can really hear that bass right there. That's nice. Everyone knows, so just let it go for your own sake. Those echoes, I gotta credit mostly Aaron to that. He's all about adding the echoes to choruses. Yeah, that was sick. Awesome. Yeah, it's always a good listen, man. It's I don't know, it takes me back to 6 years ago or whatever. That was 2014, so yeah, about 6 years ago. Dang, that's crazy. About 7 years ago, actually. Yeah, that takes me back. I don't know, I remember working with Aaron, especially in that little section there where it was like right before the chorus comes back in, and it's like, and then it like pans over to the other side. He didn't want to pan it because he just felt like we did that too often. And I remember arguing with him about it. I was like, just do it. And then he was frustrated. He was like, fine, I'll do it. And I don't know. Now I'm like thinking back. I'm like, it wouldn't have made a difference. Like it wouldn't have made a difference had we panned there or not. I don't know. It's funny to listen to recordings and think about the entire experience of building the song. I had the chorus written. I had all the lyrics written and the melodies written, but what I didn't have written was like the echoes. And that final chorus was so much more fun when Aaron's influence got injected into it, where I go, never beg forgiveness after I, and then it goes, after I, like right in the background. And then I'm like, gave it all away. And right when I say gave it, it goes, gave it, like another echo. Like we just kept on stacking these echoes to kind of just like change the pace, not the pace, but like change like the gear, you know, of the chorus, just to make things a little spicier for the end. And it was just so fun, you know, like we did that with tons of choruses where I just had like the main melody done, and then he was like, let's do a repeat of this, or let's add an echo to this. And so it's just cool to listen to Aaron's influence on the whole album and be like, oh yeah, that was his little touch, his little touches there, here and there. And I know Ryan changed a few things too. And of course, Victor had a ton of say in all the drum work, and he did fancy drums. Like sometimes he would follow my drums that I would write, and then he would take certain bars out and be like, I'm going to change things up right here. I'm going to do my own thing here. And there's a few sections throughout like the whole album where I'm like, I had no credit, where I'm like, okay, this whole section right here is all the other guys. There's a section in what's it called? That other song, Frames, the Frames song. There's a section where like it cuts to like an island Oahu beach vibe for like a bar, for like just a bar in the middle of a breakdown. Like it just goes to like island Oahu like style, and it was all like Victor, Ryan, and Aaron that came up with it. And it was just such a cool thing because I love being able to transition between styles within a song and a mix, like staying within the same mix and then transitioning to different styles. That's why I inject so much of my own jazz influence into my own music, because I just love transitioning to those different things where it's like really high energy metal. Let's chill out and sit back for a bit, but let's make sure that we keep it in the same vein as the song. Like, let's not lose the song's identity, even though we're going to a completely different sound, different style, different vibe. We're still the same song. Like, I love it. It's, I guess it's like you just call it progressive or whatever, but it's just one of my favorite things to do when it comes to songwriting. It's just changing vibes. And yeah. And so it just takes me back. I don't know. It's fun to listen to that old song and go, oh yeah, that's what it sounds like. It still sounds good. It doesn't if I'm being super critical, I still do wish that the bass would have a little bit more of a voice, but I could still hear it enough that I'm like, yeah, it's there. You can tell that it's there. And it still kind of stands above the mix in a few parts. Like, you'll hear a little bit of a buzz from the bass, and it kind of stands above the mix just for a moment, and then it fades back, and it doesn't fade back in volume. I'm just saying the voice of it will come up, and then it goes away a little bit, but it still fills that bass end, and it's still there enough that I'm like, yeah, this sounds pretty good. So, yeah, what a fun album. That was a crazy fun album to work on with the whole team. I mean, writing it and then taking it to my dudes and having everyone else group effort produce this thing, it was just a blast. It was just a blast. So yeah, that was Truthbender by Numbers. Now, I think I already did a lyrical analysis years ago, back when I was trying to keep Numbers afloat. I'll link that video right here, if I can. And you can check out that lyrical analysis. But basically, I'm speaking about how this certain person twists everything that I say or do to fit their own agenda. It's constant. It's basically a story of basically just being completely being bullied around by someone who says that they're your friend. I think I was just on a little bit of an anger bender, truth bender, anger bender, talking about how frustrated I was with this person. I have no animosity towards this person anymore. I think that's the point of songwriting in a lot of ways, is to vent and basically channel our own emotions into a song, and channeling our own thoughts and opinions and feelings and burdens onto a song so that we don't have to carry them anymore. And I don't know if writing this song helped me let go of things. It may have, but I just think time itself, but at the time that I wrote this, I was still very, very upset about this whole, this person. I don't want people speculating as to who this person is. Just don't think about it too hard. The whole point is that at the time, I was very upset about being taken advantage of, and more so just letting myself being taken advantage of. Well, yes, others can be bullies. Others can be very toxic and manipulative. It's still on me to draw lines and grow past these things and become bigger than letting anybody just walk all over me and then complaining about it in a song. So yeah, I mean, it's a song I've grown past, if that makes any sense. And not to get too reflective, I mean, this is a song that I wrote, so I'm just thinking about the lyrical content and the message. But yeah, if you've ever been taken advantage of or manipulated in some way, I think you'd probably relate to the lyrics. And yeah, that was Truthbender by my old band Numbers. Now, if anyone has questions about Numbers, basically Numbers has fully stopped. I don't know if we'll get back together someday. I hope we do, but the stars are going to have to align in a lot of ways. I have kids now. All my old members are living in different states, and it's just different now. Everything's different, I definitely still plan on collaborating online. I want some old members to do guest appearances on new songs and things like that. So I'm still writing and doing that kind of stuff, and you can look forward to that being released on my channel. But yeah, as far as Numbers is concerned, it's dead for the time being. But I have no problem and no quarrels with resuscitating it if the opportunity arises. But right now it's just it's a no can do because of just everyone's situation. So yeah, cool. Very sentimental. Very fun to listen to. Check out the whole album if you like it. And yeah, let's move on to the next one.